Hello, hello, guys. It's another Chess Rivals. I'm playing International Master Daniel Rensch, our usual opponent, in a 1+1 bullet match. And this is a race to 6.5 points. First game. Let's do this. All right. So we do have that 1 second increment. So flagging, while a realistic possibility, will probably take a slight backseat to quality of play. So let's try to play some good chess here. I'm going to play knight here and maybe try first. Whoa, don't want to do that. How do I take back? Okay. That was almost a bad move that I was trying to take back. I figured out that if you want to undo a pre-move on chess.com, you should right-click, and it undoes the pre-move. I'm using the new V3. I was a little bit shaky on how best to use it, but I think I'm getting the hang of it now. So I'm going for B4 here, trying to open it up with C5. I guess C5 could be played, but then he might play E5, so I'm just going to play a move like Queen D3 and kind of consolidate my position a bit. He plays H6. Let's get this over here. Maybe power down on this D6 pawn. Okay, we'll play the bishop back to E3. 48 seconds to 38. We've got a bit of an edge. How about knight A4? Trying to use the B6 square. So try to get in here and... Oh, and also bishop B6 is a threat. That's important to note as well. Probably knight D7 is his best bet. I would think that's what he wants to do to defend. Okay, so let's play knight B6 as we gain a tempo on the rook. Let's just play a maintenance move now. See how he reacts to this. It's a good reply, I think. Let's do this. I feel like I might be letting him escape slightly, but I do have the two bishops, which is important. Let's play E3 and stop the trade. Maybe bishop H3 to come. I'd like to take over the C file. Rook C4 is another idea I have in mind. We better defend F2 though, so come back and keep this knight from taking or the queen from taking. Ooh, that looks dangerous. I think we just win a piece now, don't we? Not quite, but if I take first and then go here. Now, he has F5. Okay, let's do this. He's defending resourcefully, but that was a mistake. Okay, let's give it check. Really don't think he wants to sacrifice the exchange on E6. So we're going to come over here and bother this G5 pawn now. Let's double up. We're going to double up on the C file and see how he reacts to that. Because now rook C7 is an issue. This looks pretty bad for him too. He's firmly on the defensive. Let's bring this rook in. So attacking both of these pawns. I'm going to take that. And then come here. Rook C7 could be a thing. Let's do this. He's probably going to go for G4 because he needs some sort of counterplay. And if he doesn't go for something like that, he's going to have a hard time. Let's give it check. Let's go H4 now. He has Rook F8, but this should be good. He can't ever push this. This is his problem. Oop, and that drops the knight. Okay, so I think that's the ball game in that one. I feel like I have another game open somewhere, but I don't know how to get to it. Is this it? Okay, I think I figured out how to close it. All right, let me accept Danny's rematch. Now the board is in a slightly different position. Hold on, guys. Oh, no, this is bad. This is bad. The fact that I had a board open is messing up my capture. I didn't know that was a thing in V3. Okay, I'm going to have to try to fix this right now. This is annoying for Danny, I'm sure. I'm sorry, Danny. And I'm sorry to you guys, the viewers. That was unanticipated. Okay. I'm going to abort this game. Okay, let's offer a rematch and keep going. All right, I think that takes care of the problem. Again, sorry about that. Just getting used to V3. So right now it's 1-0 in my favor. Offering a rematch, and we're good to go. Okay, and you guys can see that nice and clear. You know what? Let's go with the Scandi. Why not? Let's see if Danny has booked this line. Queen D8. Okay, A6 as usual. Ah, a little bit different of a move this time around. Let's play b5 and put the bishop on b7 quickly. Okay, he's playing that one. I think I can go here and still try for bishop b7 all the same. He might try to cramp me with something like d5 coming up, but well, let's take this guy first. He's sacking his rook in the corner. I don't think this is sound, but, you know, I'm going to have to watch myself a bit. Let's bring this here. He was attacking the rook on a7. Probably he's going to castle and try to power through. Uh-huh. Tricky stuff. Okay, let's go knight d7. I got to defend against knight takes f6 checkmate for one thing. The d6 square is covered by my c-pawn. That's nice. So he's just going to kind of play defensively. Yeah, play to regain his material. Now he can't castle queenside because of bishop h6. I guess he can. He can still do that. But I have knight e5 maybe. Looks like I'm getting good play here. And he still needs to open the position. Let's go here. I know he can take h5, but if I play queen d6, I may be getting organized and pressuring this point. Knight f5 I missed. Knight f5 is a good move. Very good move. Now I gotta move this, and he can just take on h6, can't he? Because if I take, he has f5 in reply. Alright, I'm gonna move my king. I mean, his knight is kind of trapped is the one good thing, but yeah, this isn't going as planned. d6, so he's opening up against f7. I think I gotta take this. He still gets f5 in, doesn't he? Yeah, f5 is pretty bad for me. Now he's going to have two minor pieces. The knight coming into e4 is looking good. Or to f4, rather. We got to run. Definitely got to run and see if we can survive putting our king on h6. Don't have much rook coordination here. Queen f7 is going to end me. Yeah, that's checkmate. Okay, good game to Danny in that one. Down goes the Scandi. We lost a queen d8 Scandi. Very sad. I feel like that sacrifice allowing us to take on h1 was a mistake, but he was able to set us some practical problems. So I expect Danny to come out aggressive in this match. I expect him to go for the throat. You guys saw what happened in the last chess rivals. I know he's looking to avenge. So yeah, that was a nice one by him. Nice checkmate there at the end. Okay, I'm sticking with knight f3. This is like my bullet opening as of late. He's going with a counter fianchetto. Let's play c4. Probably go for... Well, let's play knight c3. A lot of times Danny plays this knight e4 move. He's kind of fond of this idea. Well, let's play d4 and see how he reacts. Usually they go d6 and then bishop e7. I'm going to play in an annoying positional way and see if he knows what to do. Let's play this here, and I think I'm going to go for bishop f4 to pressure d6. That's my plan. And he's letting me do that, so he might want to go e5 now, because otherwise bishop takes d6 is a big problem. Now, can I take on e5? I can almost get away with that. He takes here, I take here, he takes f4, I take c8. I probably shouldn't do it. Almost did it, but decided against it right at the last moment. Okay, let's do this. If he takes, I'm taking with the queen again. Similar structure to last game, actually. I probably want to make him make a decision about that, so let's just take. So d5 is a great square for me, but I'd probably like to exchange the light square bishops first. So knight takes e5 could still be a tactic that works. More likely, I might want to go for knight e1, but I got to watch out for bishop g5 skewering. Does this work right now? I really have a feeling it might. I'm going to go for it because it looks interesting. If he takes g2, I'm taking d7 is the point. If f4, I can just take it. If bishop g5, I can play f4. So I believe tactically this should be functioning properly. He's way down on time, too. He's got to hurry. So let's give a check here. Now I'm going to take his rook next move. He found a good defensive move. Okay. Well. I'm going to play f4. He could take on f4, can't he? Maybe knight e5 would have been good. Knight e5 could have been strong there. Okay, I'm going to do this and hope that he takes on c1 so I can go knight e5. This is my idea. And now we can, I think, just swap everything on f7. He should be down a piece when all is said and done. Yeah. So we've secured an extra piece out of those complications. So if I was going to pull the trigger on that, I should have done it a move prior. So let's see where it was. Right here. I should have played knight e5 directly. There was no point in playing f4. It appears to work. Although, if I play knight e5, he could play d takes e5. I take on d8 check, he takes with his rook. And then, if I take his bishop on g2, my rook on c1 would be hanging at the end. So, there is that to consider. Alright, so 2-1. Let's see what he comes with this time. Let's play e5. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Not all Scandies this time around. Okay, let's play this solid variation, knight f6. Danny and I have had an over-the-board game in this line a while back. By a while back, I mean like 7 years ago. Okay, I'm going to go here. Not sure this is what I should be doing in this line, but it looks interesting and fun, so let's play it this way. My queen is out and active. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the light square bishop quite yet, but I hope to figure that out. For the moment, I'm looking just to castle. Maybe d6 later. Okay, so let's castle. a3 is a funny looking move. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, I think I need to play d6, so let's just play it now. And if he takes, I might want to... Bishop g4, does that work? Bishop g4, f5. I think I can play it. So if queen e4, I'm going to play f5 is the point. This is my idea. And if he takes en passant, I take with the knight. And I'm attacking the queen. Yeah, and h7 is held. So this looks good. So he retreats directly. I feel like I should have some almost immediate tactics, but I don't see them, so I'm going to do this. If he takes here, I take with a bishop, and I'm threatening mate on h2. In the meantime, this knight might come here. He wants to put his bishop on g3. It's a logical plan. Okay, let's do this. f4 is a threat. Crowding that bishop. If he plays h3, I can play f4 anyways, I think. Because if he takes g4, I take g3, and I'm on f2. This looks very bad for him. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this way. Yeah, that's probably his only move. I'm going to take this way. And then probably play for f3. He's so underdeveloped here. I think I can just take this way. He's got to move his queen again. Let's bring this into the mix. If he takes here, I'm thinking rook e1 is strong. Yeah, let's do that. Queen d5, I can just hide my king. He has no time left. Okay, so I can take here. Now it's going to be mate next move. Checkmate. Yeah, that was a nice one at the end there. With his king getting kind of stuck in between. Yeah, the rook and also the pawn on f2. So we had a big initiative. I'm not sure how great my position was out of the opening, because I kind of feel like with this pawn on e5, I'm a bit restricted, and d6 is always leading to some pawn weaknesses if he takes. But I think this a3 move was just way too slow. I don't know why he played that move. Maybe he had some aspirations to play b4 or something, but it looks misplaced in the position. Let's put it that way. Yeah, big initiative for black after this. Rook e1 is a nice shot. All right, let's offer the rematch, see if he's there. So 3-1, got a little bit of a lead. Let's try to keep it going. Going with the same thing, g3, bishop g2. He's going to employ this counter fianchetto once again. And he's sticking with the same lines for the most part. Let's do this again. Okay, we'll play the bishop out here. Bring the rook over. So we've already had one rodeo in this line. I'm going to bring this back. Again, I'm going to play bishop f4. Yeah, I really want to make knight takes e5 work, but I'm not sure it does. This time it's a little bit different, though. I think I can still play this move. Doesn't that still work? Just thinking right now, because this is kind of important. Nah, you could take with the knight. Okay, let's play b3. c4 was loose. So, okay, now I'm really thinking about it once again. All right. Can I get Danny with the same tactic 2 games in a row? 2 of my white games in a row? Same exact tactic. But I think it's important that c4 is defended, because otherwise he can take here and then take c4. That's why I didn't play it on the previous move. Just making sure my screen capture is all good. Again, I apologize for that second game where my screen got kind of off center. So if bishop takes g2, I'm going to take on g4 is the plan. I guess he has bishop h3, but I can play f3, and I should be up a pawn. Let's go here, just to try to blunt that diagonal. Maybe knight d5 in the future is going to be good. He's coming at us on the king side. Let's go knight d5 right away, just to kind of plug up the position. If he wants to trade, that's okay by me. Okay, I'm going to take here and then take b6. We're going to be greedy. Go for a pawn. Let's play this. You can play knight h5 and try to get some pieces over on that wing. Let's look for a swap. I know he doesn't want to trade. If he brings the queen in, I have bishop d4, though. So I don't know how seriously he can consider that. Now we're on the knight. And I think with rook h1 coming, this is going to be tough for him to defend. Let's just bring this over to protect the e-pawn. Kind of back that guy up a little bit. This looks bad for him. Checkmate ideas. Might have to run with his king. Let's come here and try to get to f4. So we do this, get the fork in. Yeah, now he's got to go somewhere bad with his queen too. Abandon the defensive, h7 or h8. Okay, let's just go for the material. We'll be practical about all of this. Let's play g4, just make sure he can't go g4 himself. Yeah, and he resigned. Too much material. Okay, yeah, so the knight takes e5 tactic worked out again. It's funny because the other day I was playing a game of Crazy House chess, and I had like a mental blank where I even said the move I was intending to play, but then didn't play it like immediately, like 2 moves later when it was possible to do it. My opponent played some disrupting move. They like placed a piece with check, and I completely forgot about my intended threat, even though I had it once again. Let's see how he attacks me here. Looks like he's going to come with the knight. Okay, let's play knight here and try to inconvenience him a bit. Queen there. Okay, yeah, there's some pressure. I think... yeah, there's quite a bit of pressure, actually. Okay, I'm going to do this. You can take d7 and then try to win this knight here. But, I don't know. Yeah, this is not a position I really am liking right now. All right, I'm going to try to pop this out and get some counterplay. I'm worried about h4 in particular. That's a move that could really disrupt me. Yeah, he found it. He knows. He knows what to do. Okay, so if I take, pawn takes, queen takes, he can take on f6 at the end. So that doesn't look good. Playing g6 is really bad in these scenarios. I'm going to try this, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to what's coming here. All right, let's take. Has Danny broken the Scandi curse? Yeah, simplest here is just to take. Although I am on his bishop now, so this could be more unclear. He might sack the bishop on e6. It's very possible. We're going to have to do our best to slither away here. Yeah, I'm going to take this one. Get rid of that dangerous bishop before he gets it in his head to sacrifice for it on e6. Okay, time is close now. This could be anyone's game at this stage. Okay, let's go here. Back up as queen. That g4 pawn is hanging, but I don't know if I want to go for it straight away. Yeah, I'm going to do this. He's going to bring his queen into c7. This is really sharp. Okay, let's take that. So now I have check ideas. Let's check here, first of all. He's going to run with his king. Let's give a check there. Let's take that. And let's check here and trade. I should have gone the other way, I think. Somehow we're in an endgame where I'm up a pawn. Let's play e5. Then give a check. Go here. He's going to swing his rook over. Let's go after that pawn. This is quite tricky. I'm going to go over here. I know he can play g5 against this, but I think I got to take my chances a bit. Okay, let's come up with a rook. Then I'm going to get behind here and attack that pawn. I think I'm still the one pushing for the win. So my king's going to get in here. And this looks dangerous for him with me having these pawns especially. Okay, I can do this still. And I can do this still. And I can even come up a little bit further. Just being very careful. Yeah, that's a win. Wow. Okay, so we escaped big time in that one. My position was not good out of the opening. I think Danny has prepped up. I think he looked at this line with bishop g5 on move 6. According to my analysis, this is okay for black, but I'm trying to remember what should be done in this exact position. I think it's e6, according to what I looked at, but it's hard to remember all your analysis. So yeah, needless to say, that was a close shave that worked out in my favor, and now we take a 5-1 lead. We're racing to 6.5, remember? I've noticed with black, Danny often sticks to the same system in our matches. He's like very consistent, and he'll play the same thing repeatedly in a game or in a match. Okay, let's go bishop g5 again. And then bring this rook over, and queen back to d2. We'll do this whole bishop f4 dance. Ah, new treatment of the position by him. Okay. All right, I see you, Danny. I see you. Knight g5, maybe? Knight g5 is interesting. I'm going to try that. So I'm going to look to swap and then try to bring this knight to e4 to attack d6. That's my plan. So let's first of all defend that pawn. Aggressive. Yeah, probably what he needs to do if he wants to get in this one. So let's take. I know he might like have ideas of rook takes c3, but with the material balance on the queen side working in my favor, I'm not sure this is the best idea for him. Okay, so now I think taking here is probably most precise. So I get all these pawns. That's the thing that I am banking on now. This massive queenside pawns, which if I can connect them together, is going to be really tough for him to stop. Okay, so he goes and attacks that one. How do I want to defend that? It's a little bit tricky. Queen c4. Queen c4 doesn't seem right. I'm going to go queen d3. But he can take and then play knight c5 maybe. But I have a7, don't I? Huh. Okay, let's do this. He has knight c5. And then maybe he's the one who's going to look to swap. I still do have two queenside pawns. So there's still that. But I would have preferred to keep that a6 pawn, of course. Okay, let's come here. He's pinning this knight. I don't know about that. It's probably not a good idea. d5, I think, was a mistake, because now he can't play queen takes a6. So let's come here and try to pinpoint that. b4 could be a threat, or rook c1 even. Maybe rook dc1, actually, could be the best way of doing this. Okay, b4. So, this is tricky. Also, knight b5 is a threat. Okay, I just gotta play something, so let's do it this way. And assuming he takes there, I'm gonna play b4 now. And I think he's got to move a knight. Okay. So let's do this, and then I can play a3 at the end and try to stabilize those pawns. But you know what? He can start bringing his king over, but this knight is trapped, isn't it? Yeah, and a3 took away that square. That took a second to see. But yes, now I win material. If he brings his king over, I have a7. All right. Woo. Yeah, I like the philosophy behind b5, what he did there on move 15. But it feels like rook takes c3 was rushed. Had he just played a takes b5, then I can't... Well, I guess I could take. I might be able to take here, because then there's no rook takes c3 problem. Okay, 6-1. Danny needs an epic comeback here. Do I stick with the Scandi? Let's go back to e5. I'm going to see what he has in store against this one. He likes this little scotch, but I'm gonna give this another shot. Okay, let's go d6 this time. We're gonna play it in a little bit more restrained fashion. Fianchetto this bishop. Even though I won that previous e4, e5 game, I don't think my position was amazing out of the opening or anything. So let's do it this way. Wow, aggressive. Aggressive, Danny. Okay, I'm gonna take and maybe play queen d4, followed by knight g4. I feel like this is the way to take advantage. My queen is undefended, but I don't see any killer ideas for him right as of yet. Now we're threatening knight f2. This pawn is, for all intents and purposes, lost. Not sure what he does here. This is looking very bad already for white. And again, his queenside is slumbering. If queen f3, I can play knight takes e5. Okay, so he chooses a practical move. And we only need a draw. So I think just banking the material and trying to keep the position even-keeled is a smart strategy. Yeah, he's just down a pawn for not a whole lot of compensation. Let's go f5. This pawn's defended, so he's going to have to retreat his light square bishop. Let's pop this bishop out here. I guess he has bishop e2. Maybe I should have taken that bishop. But let's take here now. And then let's bring this into the game. Offer a trade to the dark square bishops. Okay, we get a swap. He needs to solve his back rank issue. So let's bring this up, threatening rook e1. We're going to get a trade in, and then I can go rook c1 at the end of this and go after this pawn, to which there is no defense. Let's go g5. He can't take here because his knight hangs. Now I'm coming in with f4. If king g4, I have bishop here. So he had to avoid that. I think I can still do this, actually. This is a nice idea. Go and pin his rook. Now let's just bank some material. All right, he resigned. So that's it. That's your ball game. We win the match 7-1. Yeah, in this one, again, I think he just got overextended, or maybe more accurately, he just never fully developed. He didn't get his queenside pieces into the game, and e5 looks premature. I can sympathize because he's trying to get back into the match. He's trying to play aggressively and mix it up, but e5 was too much too soon. And I think after this trade and queen d4 check and knight g4, white is paying the price. I don't see any good move for him here. I think at best, he gets a scenario as happened in the game, where black gets a pawn and pretty much can castle and consolidate. So, all right. So, another Chess Rivals in the books. I think this is Chess Rivals number 10. So thank you guys for watching 10 installments of our rivalry. And this is my first Chess Rivals with the new V3. If you haven't tried the new V3 on chess.com, I would recommend doing so. It's pretty cool. They're still working out bugs, but it's a big improvement from V2. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more Chess Rivals coming at you very soon. Bye, guys.